Has James Corden become a victim of a cancel culture, which he himself advocated for? Many people definitely think so. As the Late Late Show with James Corden final day nears, many people ask the question, what made the successful show end after 30 years on air, and what recent controversies the host has been dragged into. In today's video, I'm going to dig into the recent mess James has created with his actions, and how they became the reason for his career to end. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. I keep my eyes on the most scandalous events in show business and always bring you the hottest updates. So, CBS announced Friday that The Late Late Show with James Corden will air its final episode on April 27, 2023, and it was shocking news for many fans when they learned that James is leaving the project and packing his stuff to be back to the UK.
This will be my last year hosting The Late Late Show.
And as James Corden tried to convince some of his grieving fans, it was his own decision, and it wasn't an easy one. The British TV host stated, It's a really hard decision to leave because I'm so immensely proud of the show. As James mentioned, he is planning to spend more time with his family, but there are speculations that the real reason for him to suddenly wrap his project and leave the country in such a haste is nothing more than the result of cancel culture. And since James had been recently dragged into several messy controversies where he showed himself in a very, very bad light, he is leaving before more dirt on him come out. Across his 15 years in the limelight, James Corden has been embroiled in a slew of very public controversies. Thus, the London native has been accused of stealing material numerous times by fellow comedians, including such personas as Ricky Gervais and Noel Fielding. In 2022, during the Halloween episode of his show, James said a joke about guitar lessons poster, which appeared to be a word-for-word copy of Ricky's joke that he made back in 2018. Well, his plagiarism was noticed and even widely discussed on social media. And if you think that James apologized for stealing the joke, you're wrong, because apologies weren't invented for such people as James. So this was the TV host tweeted instead, inadvertently told a brilliant Ricky Gervais joke on the show last night, obviously not knowing it came from him. It's brilliant because it's a Ricky Gervais joke. You can watch all Ricky's excellent specials on Netflix. However, Ricky didn't press any charges and even deleted his tweet, saying that he felt sorry for James being slammed for nothing because apparently he didn't know the stuff was stolen since he doesn't write any jokes himself. It was said that Corden has a huge team of creative writers, allegedly 8 or 9 people, who create all his hilarious jokes for the show. And according to one Guardian reporter, someone in Corden's writer's room effed him over. Well, it seems like someone hated his boss that much that he or she decided to publicly humiliate the TV host by giving him the plagiarized material to read in front of millions of spectators. But if you think that it was nothing more than one mistake, buckle up, because you'll be shocked to learn that this was not the first time when Corden was accused of stealing jokes from other comedians. At the end of 2017, Noel Fielding accused the star of using his material, retweeting an allegation from a fan that James had totally stole his joke about distracting an armed robber by whispering. He confirmed that Corden used the very same words as Noel many years ago and tried to pass this joke as his own intention. The tweet from Fielding read, "Yes, I believe this is my material." This accusation came hours before James had to appear on the red carpet. However, such things as public backlash didn't seem to spoil his mood, and he continued his habitual routine of a celebrity without even issuing any statement or apology. So, James may be a thief, according to many people, but he is certainly not stupid, and he knows more than anyone about the scandals of cancel culture, and certainly plans to avoid this mess for himself. That's why out of nowhere, he came up with a story of wishing to be closer to his family and even sacrificing his beloved show and career for the sake of his family. Many people consider Corden to choose a chicken way out because he is not able to stand through the storm and handle public backlash with grace. However, I don't see many people crying so hard because of The Late Late Show coming to an end, and some are even happy to finally get rid of James. As one person commented, there are 2 kinds of people in this world: those who hate James Corden and James Corden. And another fan wrote, "I've never watched his show, and I'm glad I didn't waste my time on such a bully." But it's not just these accusations of plagiarism that stained Corden's reputation, and apparently, he is right to call it quits because many of his other colleagues are not that smart and cannot escape the public wrath and cancellation. Well, James chose to be a true English gentleman in this story, however. There are rumors about his behavior that state otherwise. Apparently, he keeps all his manners only for the show and his public image, while in reality, this is one of the most despicable celebs in Hollywood. A few months ago, the TV star was banned from one of the New York City's restaurants for mistreating the employees, and the news about James behaving like a capricious diva hit the headlines. The Late Late Show host has been accused of boorish behavior by the owner of the posh Manhattan eatery Balthazar Keith McNally, who dubbed him a tiny cretin of a man and banned him from dining there ever again. On his official Instagram account, McNally posted the following: James Corden is a hugely gifted comedian, but a tiny cretin of a man, and the most abusive customer to my Balthazar servers since the restaurant opened 25 years ago. According to the witnesses, Corden reportedly called a server over to tell them that there was a little bit of egg white mixed with the egg yolk in his wife's omelet. As any other reputable place, the restaurant remade the meal, but brought it to her with home fries instead of a salad. That was enough for the TV host to yell like crazy at the server. Apparently, James cannot produce his own jokes, but good at creating drama over a couple of eggs. As it was reported, Corden was shouting, "You can't do your job! You can't do your job! Maybe I should go into the kitchen and cook the omelet myself." Later, James Corden insisted he told the server to send the omelet back because his wife is allergic to egg white, but I guess the way he tried to do was kinda out of line. I deeply admire the restaurant's owner for standing up for his workers and revealed this ugly story to the public. Because some celebrities somehow think that money and fame can justify anything. And apparently, this is the case for Corden. So after this episode with eggs, he received a huge wave of hate, comments, and of course, the ban from the restaurant. He also tried to defend his behavior and how he's struggled to deal with fame, and he even started that the restaurant owner twisted the entire story and such things never happened. James said to the media, "It's been the most surreal moment. I mean, it's so odd. I never screamed at anyone. I didn't shout, didn't call anyone a name or swear or use derogatory language. How is it remotely a thing?" However, this time, the TV host publicly apologized and the ban was lifted because McNally, in his own words, believed in second chances. But it's unclear how many chances James actually need to change his nasty behavior, because it seems like this story and the whole idea of his tantrums not being tolerated or swept under the rug had its toll on the TV host, because he even snapped at the reporter who asked him to comment about that. Restaurant fiasco. While it could potentially lead to revealing more dirty secrets about James, apparently he is going to read the headlines right from the comfort of his English home, far away from all this drama. So it may actually seem that people are tired of his diva attitude and began to expose James' true nature, one after another. In April 2023, Corden got roasted by TV director Craig Duncan, who called him the most difficult and obnoxious presenter he has ever worked with, and claimed that the English comic berated and cursed at staff for a popular British game show. Taking to YouTube to recall his experience with the actor, Craig described in detail how James insulted his lens, work, and even called him stupid. According to Craig, while filming his show, Corden shouted at a director and a cameraman, "What the F is going on here? You put a camera there. 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 It's so obvious how you shoot it." Well, we all know that even the ugly stories from the past can stain celebrities' reputation and even ruin their entire career. Look at Tiffany Haddish, for example, and apparently James decided to call it quits before he will turn into persona non grata in Hollywood. However, many people aren't truly sad to see him go. As one person wrote, "I didn't like James Corden before all of this controversy, but I still think it's pathetic how often people are rude to waiters, bartenders, etc., and don't get their lives ruined." And another person added, "What a pompous, vile creature, full of self-importance. He's just been brought back down to earth." Clearly, James Corden can no longer expect the same elevated ratings and success in the States, so he decided to leave before his disgraceful downfall. And I doubt that his British colleagues are actually waiting for him to be back in the spotlight across the ocean. James already proved himself as an ignorant and arrogant person, and probably for him, retirement is the best choice for now. And what do you reckon? Did James quit the show on his own conditions? Or was he forced out of it because of his public scandals? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. And in the meantime, check my other video about cancel culture. It's getting wilder with every new day. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I promise to be back very soon with a new portion of gossip about your favorite celebrities.